Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be putting all of September in here, as well as transforming my planner into fall. Oops. Oh, I guess that can stay there for a couple more days, but I'm going to be removing this obviously. But all right, let's get started here. So first off, I made a new trackers thing to put in here. This is just random, paper, just made it all fall like, and then I'm gonna put this in there too. This is a freebie, as well as this little calendar on my freebies page. I will link it in the description. But I'm gonna put this right here. And I'm not going to put my calendar here anymore because it just gets beat up and I end up forgetting about it. And so I'm just going to take that off completely and not put anything there. And then I have slit this. I put like a piece of tape here, and that way I can move it in and out without having to open up my rings as much. So, all right. Let's see what I have here. Oh, actually, this is for Instagram stuff and YouTube stuff too. That was August. Forgotten to take that out. All right. Let's see here. All right, I'm getting close to the end of my books. Actually, I just finished that one today, so I'll have to mark that off. But I'm somewhere in this mess. I have another book log to add in here. I have done really good books this year. Let's see. I made another grocery shopping list. I think it goes somewhere, I forget where they were. I think it goes with thrifting. And then I made another like this to put in here. Reminders are needed. And then let's see what else. That might be it for that part of it. All right, moving along. I still have obviously a couple days left of August left because I'm coming at you on Friday like usual. So I think, well, yeah, I'll keep him at the back. So September. Here we go. I already planned out September, since this probably might be a long video, and I don't want it to be too long. Last week's was 36 minutes long, and I don't want to go that long. I just kept talking and talking last week, so I don't want to do that this week. So okay, let's put in will be my menu plan. I made another one for that, all fall like. I also slit it as well. Put that up here, and then I'll put my calendar right here. Actually, I might have to trim that up a little bit, but that's okay. I guess I will put this up here. I made another, oh, I didn't need to open it. I split this too, as well as my pink one that I usually have in here. That'll be like my daily thing. And actually, all of these. So I made this in Canva. I kind of copied something off of Pinterest, but I am loving this. If you want it as a freebie, let me know and I'll add it in to my list of stuff. There. And this is just paper from Hobby Lobby that I've had for a long time. This is actually a homemade piece of paper that I made myself. And then I didn't make this, but I think I screenshot it and then printed it off from Pinterest. And then because September is my birthday month, I have this piece of paper. And then I made this in Canva too. I made it in purple first, and then I wanted a fall one, fall-ish one, and so I made it with those colors. And I love it. Actually, I'm gonna put this right there. And then that was a screenshot too that I just printed off. And now that I'm making things in Canva, I can definitely go back and make that look a lot better and make it my own, which I might do. This was from the Bible study my mom and I are working on. Just some reminders that I'm gonna keep in here too. Dang it. Getting full again. It was so much thinner with all of my August stuff out. Oh yeah, I printed off this picture too of my one of my first sunflower that grew. I love sunflowers. And then what I was going to show you last week that I forgot to show you, which is fine because the video would have been even longer, was this new health section. These, and then I printed off a take note thingy too from Plan with Bee. These are freebies on her freebie page, and they're awesome. Those are the two newest things that I have in here. So I made myself a health and wellness section, and I printed off her workout log, but I wasn't loving it just for me. It actually is an excellent health log and stuff, but I didn't love it for what I was doing, and that one can come out. This one is still the rest of this week. Oh, rats. I have too much in my planner. Okay, better. But so, because I wasn't loving it completely, I made my own yesterday. And if you want this as a freebie too, let me know. I can delete all of these because these are all of mine that I am keeping track of. And I love keeping track of my steps. You know, I can keep track of them on my phone, but I really like a visual here in my planner. And then what I'm going to do is just kind of like in a journal way, I'm going to write about the week and things I was feeling, things, you know, if I am losing some inches and clothes fit better or whatever it is. Like even I realized I probably wasn't getting enough protein in my diet every day. And so I'm going to be just calculating that, not being like specific about it, but just making sure I'm getting enough protein. And I'm going to write that in here too somewhere on the journal side. So that is what I'm going to be using for my workout log. And I'm excited about it because I'm doing so many things with, you know, the no sugar, the 10,000 steps a day, my workouts, and just all of that. I just want to keep track of it and be able to look back and be like, wow, I've come a long way. And I have honestly already come a long way. I've been working out since June 2024. I started real slow because I knew if I didn't, I would quit. Anyways, so there's that. And then I wrote out tips for better sleep for me. This is like years in the making for myself. What I have realized helps me to sleep better, I have wrote everything down here. Because sleep is everything. If you don't get enough sleep, you won't be doing all the things. And I want to make sure I can do all of the things. So I wrote myself a list and put it in my health log. And then I put all the supplements that I'm using down on here. This is a freebie in my page right now. I whipped this up on Canva. Just this part, I didn't do, this isn't added in, this is my personal thing. But this is what I do, I take every day. Smoothie, a Jello recipe for real beef, gelatin, collagen, and all that. And then ashwagandha helps me sleep. beef liver, obviously, and vitamin D. I just make sure I get all that in my system every day. And it has been a game changer, making sure I take everything every day. But anyway, so that is the new stuff in here. Let's see. I really wish I could tell how long my video was. So I'm going to be taking out some of these and adding in some fallish ones. I don't remember where they are. I have sticky notes on all the pages. Okay, here. I won't get rid of this, but I'm definitely going to remove it and save it in a spot for later. And then I printed off these. Oops. I'm trying to be fast, and I'm doing a bad job. I really don't want this to be a half-hour long when I am done. It's a little long, and it took forever to upload last week. Okay, paper, come on. This is what I write all of my meal lists on, so I can easily toss them when I'm done. Okay, that's one sheet. And then I have another sheet, yep, right here. I will put those in a safe spot for when probably January, because I will try and do Christmassy things in December. But for 3 months, it's all fall, and I am okay with that because it is my favorite season. Probably because I was born in it, and I love that. Sometimes they stick the way you want them to, and sometimes they do not. I would tell you where I got this printable, but I totally cannot remember the name of it. It's on Etsy. Just search for sticky note printables. I have more of those, but I'll put the rest of those in my planner later. The other thing I want to share before I go is, I told you last week I'm working on my own dailies, and so I want to give you guys a sneak peek. I did January 1st and 2nd, and yes, they are very similar to Plan with Bees, but I'm not going to be selling them, so I don't really care. But I don't like the timed ones, because I'm not on a schedule. I don't have a job, so I don't really need the times listed on here. If I have an appointment, I will put the time on here myself. And so morning to-dos, afternoon and evening to-dos, and then just regular to-dos that I can, flip to the next day and put them here as well. To-dos that, don't necessarily have to be done. And then I put a little flare. I'm loving the stars. but yeah, I am loving them so far. But I won't put them in my freebies list until I actually use them for a month or two and figure out if I like them myself. Because if I don't like them, you guys probably won't either. And then, so I shared this fall printable. It's on my freebies page with the calendar of September. And after making that, I worked on a Halloween one, which I will share with you. It isn't in my freebies page yet, but it will be at the end of September. But I'm just in love with these. They are just the cutest. So those will be in my freebies page eventually too. Anyways, so thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.